Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess, so let's get into it. What's going on, you guys? It's be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, and we're here to talk about a couple of things. Now, before we get into today's lunchtime gossip, I just want to I just want to start off with a couple of things that I got coming up. So I want you guys to tune in tonight, February the 9th, tonight at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time, where Jamar and I interview Color Me Pink, aka Keisha Irving. We talked to her about her new movie, Paper Heart. We also talked to her about her journey as an author and as a YouTuber and everything else under the sun. It's like an hour long. We had a great time talking to Keisha, and it was a great time. Great time, great time, great time. So with that being said, be sure to tune in to the prelude tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? Also, be on the lookout for my collaboration that's coming out with popular TikToker Playboy Marty. He probably goes by the name of Maud the Dawn as well. We will be collaborating soon, so be on the lookout for that. And next up on the I guess the docket of promotion, let's get into one of your favorite panels from this channel. Let's get into it. Oh my God. Okay. But anyways, that was the promo for the up and coming season of the Whether You Like It or Not panel. We will be covering the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we will be covering Basketball Wives. I don't know about a roast and review for Candy Show. I have not discussed this with Josiah nor Terrence yet, but if that's what you guys want, I will put a poll for it on the community wall just to see if y'all want roast and review back for that type of show. We'll see about it. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got coming up. And as well as Boys Night Out, we'll be on hiatus for the next 2.5 weeks because you guys know that my birthday is Saturday. So be on the lookout for a Boys Night Out getaway vlog because we are gonna be together in Atlanta next week. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's get into the mess for today. We're gonna start off with Tyga. Now, Tyga is not, according to everything that's going on, he was arrested on domestic violence charges back in October, but now he won't be facing any criminal charges after the arrest. So I got an article here from etonline.com. We're going to get right on into it, and we're going to talk about it. So let's get into it. So the article reads that Tyga will not face criminal charges after being arrested on felony domestic violence charges in October. A rep for the Los Angeles City Attorney's Office tells ET Michael Ray Stevenson, aka Tyga, would not be charged with any criminal charges for his domestic violence case as long as he stays out of trouble legally. If not, prosecutors could end up filing misdemeanor charges, the rep continued. A hearing is still set for Tyga where he will sit down with prosecutors at the LA City Attorney's Office to discuss how he can better handle any domestic disputes that arise in the future, the rep added. Tyga was arrested on October 12th after an altercation with his ex-girlfriend, Cameron Swanson, and turned himself in shortly after. The Los Angeles Police Department told ET at the time that Michael Ray Stevenson, aka Tyga, age 31, turned himself in this morning at around 9 a.m. at the Hollywood station for felony domestic violence. The rapper voluntarily turned himself in to the LAPD on October the 12th after Swanson alleged that he hit her, per TMZ. Tyga allegedly assaulted Swanson on October 11th around 3 a.m. after she arrived at his home and started acting belligerent at the door. He then allegedly let her inside and the fighting continued. That same day, Tyga bailed himself out and was photographed leaving the police department. The rapper's rep, Jack Keystonian, shared the following statement with ET following his release. The allegations you have been reading about our client Tyga for the past few days are false and will be disproven. Swanson then took to her Instagram story to allege that she has been emotionally, mentally, and physically abused and wasn't hiding it anymore. She also called out TMZ, alleging that she didn't show up screaming or uninvited. When I tried to leave, he physically assaulted and refused to let me leave for hours, she claimed. Also sharing a video of her bruised eye. Tyga and Swanson had been dating since the beginning of 2021 before making their relationship Instagram official last February. Okay, so that is pretty much the end of the article, and that's all we got for Tyga. Now, I wonder how he got off on this without, getting charged or anything else. I wonder how the charges got dropped, and I wonder how he wasn't facing any criminal charges. Either she was lying or either she dropped the charges against him. Because that's the only way that I could see him doing that, because she did do a video with her eyes being black. So, of course, she didn't lie. So, let me take that statement back. But did she drop the charges? You know what I'm saying? Like, did she drop the charges? Because that's the only way that he could get away with that. So I don't know. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of weird to me. It's just like, but a lot of this stuff tends to go on. Like, these girls will get into a domestic dispute with their partner, and then they wind up, taking the charges back because they don't want their man to go to jail and stuff like that. So that's what it comes across as. So I don't want to say she's lying, because she did post a video of her eye. You know what I'm saying? So obviously he did that. But, it's just like, okay, so what's really going on? Like what's the tea here? Like, is she really like, did she drop the charges, or are they back together, or she just don't want to deal with it? Like, what? That's the part that I'm trying to figure out. That's the part I'm trying to understand and figure out. I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to see about it. Like, what is it that got him off like that? Because you would think that, he would be feeling it right now, but he ain't feeling nothing at this point. He really not feeling anything. It's just like, okay, I got my charges. I got to deal with it. It's nothing. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it is. So I don't know, but Tyga ain't facing no charges, and that's just that on that. And that's just something we all got to deal with, right? Okay. All right. Okay. So that's it for Tyga. I ain't really got nothing else to say about that, but I mean, he's a free man, so he ain't facing no charges. So that's it with Tyga. So next up is Arie. Okay. Now, Arie has been in the news because she called out Joe Rogan as a racist. Not necessarily a racist, but she called him out for saying a lot of racial slurs, and then she took off all her music off Spotify because she felt as though they allowed him to be offensive to black men, black women, to the black race by constantly using the N-word. Okay, but now since he's apologized, she's forgiven him for what he said, and she doesn't think that he's racist. Okay, now I got an article here from thehill.com where it states that Arie says that she does not think that Joe Rogan is racist. So we're about to get into the article right now. Okay, here it goes. Arie says that despite Joe Rogan's repeated use of racial slurs, she doesn't believe that the podcast host is racist. I don't think that Joe Rogan is racist for using the N-word, the brown-skinned singer said Monday on CNN's Don Lemon Tonight. I think he's insensitive for using it, Arie continued, so just don't. Last week, Arie shared a compilation of Rogan repeatedly using a racial slur on old episodes of his popular podcast. Rogan apologized after the video came to light, saying that the episodes contained things that I wish I hadn't said or had said differently. I have to say that I did think he did a fine job with his apology, Arie told Lemon on Monday. He said a lot of things I would want to hear someone say. The thing that stuck out for me the most was when he said, "It's not my word to use," and I think change behavior is really what we're looking for. The Joe Rogan Experience host has come under fire for two separate controversies in recent weeks. Last week, Arie was one of the several performers who joined Neil Young in pulling their songs from Spotify because of COVID-19 misinformation on Rogan's podcast. Arie, age 46, indicated that she had long-standing issues with her music being streamed on Spotify, and that Rogan was the last and final straw. I knew about Joe Rogan's insensitive comments comments around race before because I'm a podcast listener and I heard many episodes of his podcast, Arie said. When I learned of his language, I just tuned out on my own, the songwriter said. As a working musician who has always had issues with Spotify, and then they bring in this Joe Rogan thing, and now it creates a thing that I cannot speak up about. Arie said he's not the reason, but he is the final reason. So, okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there was some audio somewhere. I think it was some audio. Some audio somewhere. Let me make sure because I think the neighborhood talker, somebody had it. Where she was on the news saying that she don't think that he's a racist, because if she don't think that, then what the hell does she think? Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so there it is right there. I got you. So let me turn on my Bluetooth speaker so you guys can hear it. And here it is, you guys.
I think he did a fine job with his apology. He said a lot of the things I would want to hear someone say. I think that stuck out for me most was when he said, "It's not my word to use."
Right.
And I think change behavior is what we're really looking for. If it went all the way to allyship, that would be wonderful. But also, change behavior would be wonderful too. I don't think that Joe Rogan is racist for using it. I think he's insensitive for using it. I did think he did a fine job with.
I had to take a sip of Coke. Okay, so that was pretty much the audio of India Arie talking to Don Lemon about how she feels like he did a fine job with his apology and how she doesn't think he's racist even after she put him on blast for using the N-word. Now, here's what I got to say about this, okay? Now, India Arie can do as she pleases. I know a lot of people were not here for her. I'm sorry, we're not here for her saying that he ain't racist and yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? After he said all that stuff that he said, and it was to the point to where she took her music off of Spotify. So my thing about it is I don't know what the hell she think he is, but if he is saying that word and he know that he shouldn't be saying it, but only want to apologize after he gets put on blast, that's exactly what he is, a damn racist. I don't believe nothing else. That's just what I think. I think his ass is racist. That's exactly what I think. That's what I believe. And I'm just sorry, but that's just what I think. I don't know, but I just think that she got a forgiving heart. She probably forgives him. That's just really what her prerogative is. But just because she forgives him for it, that does not mean that I have to forgive him for it. It doesn't mean that you have to forgive him for it. That's India Arie's thing. If she wants to forgive and forget, that's on her. If she was okay with the apology that he gave, then that's on her. There's really nothing that we can say about that, and there's really no reason for any of us to be upset about it because she decided to forgive him. Now, do I forgive him for what he said? Oh, no, I would never forgive him for what he said because I do feel like he knew exactly what he's saying, talking about, I feel bad because it's not my word to use. It wasn't your word to use when you decided to use it. And you knew it wasn't your word to use when you decided to use it. You know what I'm saying? So you could just miss me with it. See, what really kills me about these type of people, and you know what I'm saying, what I mean by these type of people. But what I mean by these type of people, they say a bunch of stuff that they would normally get away with, but when they get called out and get put on blast, then they want to apologize and make it sound like it was a teachable moment. No, you already knew what this moment was when you was using this word already. You already knew how ignorant you sounded when you was using this word already. So it is what it is. Don't play no games with me. Please don't. Don't play no games with me because I know what it's giving. It's giving BS. That's what it's giving. So don't sit up here and try to apologize now and do all that extra shit now. You already knew what was going on when you was using the word. You already knew what the business was, so don't act like you don't know. You knew that the word wasn't yours to use. You knew what the word was about because look at your skin color and look at mine. What do you think? You already knew, so why would you feel comfortable enough to say it? But you apologized in public, and I'm pretty sure you probably sitting at home somewhere in your living room with your wife, your kids, your aunties, uncles, cousins, whatever else, calling India Arie Aunt Jemima behind the back. I'm pretty sure that's what you're doing. So let's not try to apologize for certain things when you get put on blast. That's what a lot of people do. They want to apologize when they're put on blast and when they're called out. But you already knew the ignorance of it when you were saying and doing what you were doing. Period. But I'm not going to judge India Arie for it. I know a lot of people was judging India Arie in the comment section saying that we would never get ahead as black people because we are so damn forgiving. But a lot of the times we preach forgiveness on people even when we don't want to forgive. And we always say that forgiveness is not for that person, it's for ourselves. So maybe she's forgiving him for herself and not for that particular person. I think she still knows that he ain't shit. But for her to say that he ain't a racist was baffling to me because, baby, anytime you can use that word, that's exactly what the hell you are in my eyes. So, brown skin. You know I love your brown skin. I can't tell where yours begin. I can't tell where mine is. I love the background when she be like, hey. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, shout out to NDRE for taking a stand, though, and taking her music off Spotify. I don't use Spotify, honey. I use Apple Music. That's what I've been using. That's what I'm going to continue to use, okay? Now, next up is Kanye West and Julia Fox, okay? As you guys already know, Kanye West has been in the blogs a whole lot lately, especially when it's regards to his ex-wife and baby mama, Kim Kardashian. But now he says that him and Julia Fox are in an open relationship. They are evolved beings, okay? Now, I got an article here from page 6 to give to you guys, and we are going to discuss it really, really quickly, okay? So let's get into it. Now, the more, the merrier. Kanye West and Julia Fox are in an open relationship. Page 6 can exclusively reveal. Sources close to the pair who have been seeing each other since New Year's Eve tells us that they are also dating other people. Their bond transcends typical norms because they're evolved beings who just want each other to be happy, and insider close to Fox shares. There is no jealousy or bad vibes. A second source also tells us that Kanye West, who is age 48, is openly seeing Instagram model and Kim Kardashian lookalike Chaney Jones, with whom he stepped out in Los Angeles with Monday night. While West has a +1 all set on the West Coast, we're also told that the Uncut Gems star, age 32, is also talking to a mystery man on the East Coast. Reps for the couple didn't immediately return page 6's request for comment. West hosted a listening party for his up-and-coming album Donda 2 that counted Kendall Jenner and Travis Scott as attendees despite his increasingly bitter divorce from Kardashian. Also in attendance was Jones, who was dressed eerily similar to the Skims founder. Wearing a black catsuit, Jones' ensemble mirrored Kardashian's outfit at the 2021 People's Choice Awards, okay? There's been plenty of drama in West's life as of late, as the Yeezy fashion designer had been calling out Kardashian age 41 on social media, but he ultimately erased all the accusational posts, which included an allegation of kidnapping. While the drama presumably has taken a toll on Kardashian and West's divorce proceedings, it hasn't affected his relationship with Fox, despite rumors to the contrary. Guys, relax. I unfollowed the fan accounts because I was tired of seeing myself. The actress said on her Instagram story after deleting posts of her and West. Suddenly, Instagram was not a fun place anymore, she continued. I took the effing photos down because I read the comments and everyone was like, oh my God, you clearly only posted photos you look good in. Okay, whatever the hell that means. Okay, so that was the article from page 6. Okay, so here's what I got to say about it. If that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do. I mean, it is what it is. Like, who am I to judge them? Like, some people are into the whole poly relationship, the open relationship type of relationship. Some people are open to that. Now, am I open to that? Hell no! I'm not open to that. Because if I want to be open, I may as well be single and open if that's what I want to do. Why not just be single and open if that's the case? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? I don't see the point of any of that. So that's just how I feel about it, honestly. Like, that's just really what I think about it. Like, I don't care what they do. Like, if they're happy with what they're involved in, then that's all that really matters to me. I could care less about what they do, to be real. I really could care less. Let these people be happy and do what they feel is necessary for them. That's just what I think. It is what it is. Like a lot of the times we spend a lot of time judging people for their decisions and what they decide that what they choose to do. Now, I don't see nothing wrong with an open relationship. I don't. As long as you have an understanding on what you're doing, then I don't see nothing wrong with that. However, if you don't have no understanding, then you don't need to be in an open relationship if you don't have no understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got no real understanding about anything, then you don't need to be in an open relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really all I got on that. Like, if you ain't got no understanding, that if you jealous, hearted, you don't need to be in an open relationship, child. That is not the move for you. So if that's what Kanye and Julia Fox want to do, then that's what they do. I don't really give a damn, to be honest. So next up is Nelly. Now, today, Nelly had a video that leaked of him engaging in oral sex, but he was the one receiving it, and it went everywhere. Everybody been going in on him, and it's like, it is what it is. So I got a article from uprocks.com that discussed the matter at hand. Okay, so let's get into it. So today started out as any other for Nelly, but things took a sharp left after the hot and hair rapper accidentally posted a video of himself receiving oral sex to his Instagram page. While he quickly deleted the post, the damage was already done, with social media doing its job. Some of Nelly's 3.3 million Instagram followers caught a glimpse of the video and quickly shared their thoughts about it. Hours after Nelly made the mistake, he released a statement on the matter to TMZ. I sincerely apologize to the young lady and her family. This is unwanted publicity for her and them, he told the publication. This was an old video that was private and never meant to go public. Nelly did not share how the video ended up on his Instagram page, but according to TMZ, it appears that he could have been hacked. The publication says his team is investigating a breach, and they're concerned that some more private content that belongs to Nelly could end up online. That includes financial information, personal documents, and passwords. Nelly's apology comes after he was slaughtered online, with many taking to Twitter to comment on a small observation that they noticed. Comments included, I saw Nelly's DI and I'm very disappointed. Nelly's DI is super regular. Okay, I think that's it with this story on Nelly and this video of him with this oral sex stuff. Let me just say this. Why y'all always do that? Why y'all always do that? Like, every time a man video get leaked, the news get leaked or something like that, if his DI ain't DI big, y'all want to read him. He's an average size. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't act like y'all can take a DI that big. Y'all act like y'all can. Y'all are so obsessed with size that it really ain't about the size. It's all about the way you work it. Now, I ain't had no complaints about my piece in the size of it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But, however, everybody isn't well equipped like that. You know what I mean? So I don't see nothing wrong with the size of Nelly's peen. I don't see nothing wrong with his average size. Like, who cares? It's not it's not that bad. But I guess because Nelly is so fine in the eyes of all these women that they are disappointed because they just knew that his PI was going to be, his DI was going to be so big. But let me tell you a story. Y'all can't let these men's looks fool y'all. That's why I said, let me tell y'all a story. Now, there was a dude that I had the biggest crush on back when I was in my mid-20s. I had a big crush on him. I was following him on IG, liking his photos every day, and I was so excited when he liked one of mine. And then you know, back then when I was young and dumb and possibly full of, you know what I'm saying? I let him hit because I had a crush on him. I knew he would never want me like that, but I let him hit because I had a crush on him. And I just knew that he was gonna give me what I needed. But then when it came down to the dude, he did not give me what I needed. The size of it really wasn't the issue. It was the motion of the ocean. And he did not send no shockwaves through my rivers. I'm just saying, it just didn't work out that way. So it's not always about looks. Y'all be letting these looks fool y'all, and y'all be looking at a man, and y'all be like, I just know he got some good jug. I just know he got some good jug. I just know his DI is this big. I just know it is. I've been foolish to do that too. Don't get me wrong. I have. And it's stupid as hell to be foolish enough to do that. So don't do that to yourself. Don't get yourself worked up over some. Don't do that. I don't see nothing wrong with Nelly's size at all. Now, little Phil's a pop. He really could have kept that to himself. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, I still fuck with Nelly. I don't care. He's still fine. Ashanti was satisfied with it for all them years. So I don't think there's any complaints about that. So we're gonna go to our final story of the day, and that is Wendy Williams and Sherri Sheppard. Okay, now as you guys already know, Wendy Williams is sick. We really don't know what's wrong with her, and now we're hearing that it's possible dementia and all types of stuff. And at this point, Sherri Sheppard is about to get a deal to become a permanent host of the Wendy Williams show. That's what the tea is around here. She's been doing a great job hosting the show, and now it looks like she's about to take over. And I don't know what that means for Wendy Williams, but that's what it looks like. But I got an article here from deadline.com. We about to get on into this article, and then we're going to get up out of here. So here we go. Sherri Sheppard is finalizing a deal to become a permanent host on the Wendy Williams show, sources tell Deadline. A rep for the syndicated daytime talk show's producer Lionsgate's Deb Mercury declined to comment. Along with fellow actor Michael Rappaport, Sheppard emerged as the lead guest host on the show, filling in on a regular basis for Williams since the beginning of the 13th season, as the veteran talk show host took time off to recover from a variety of health issues. This will mark Sheppard's return to being a full-time daytime talk show host following her stint as a co-host on The View. This news of Sheppard's pending deal for the Wendy Williams show, which will likely be renamed, comes as major station groups solidify their daytime lineups for next season. The Wendy Williams show, which is expected to be renamed, has been a staple on the Fox stations from its inception. TMZ, which first reported Sheppard's pending deal, said she would be named a permanent guest host. The position she is closing in for is a permanent host, I hear. The Wendy Williams show recently set the guest host list for February, with Sheppard and Rappaport joined by Fat Joe and Remy Ma, as well as Bevy Smith and Terrence J. According to sources, Williams' recovery has been slower than she had hoped for, and she will not be back on the show this season. Her work schedule beyond that is unclear at the moment. Okay, so that was the article from deadline.com. And honestly, y'all, all I got to say is this right here. It may be time for Wendy to bid adieu. It may be time. She's been doing this talk show for 12 seasons, 13 years. She's had a great run. She's sick. She can't do it anymore. Like, you just got to learn how to let things go at some point. You are solidified in this game as a gossip. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us YouTube bloggers are our brands behind you. I wouldn't necessarily say that I have my brand behind her. I would say like a Tasha K or like Armand Wiggins or somebody like that probably is in that whole Wendy Williams-esque realm. I'm more so like a Tom Joyner type of person, you know, like a radio type like a Tom Joyner type person, or Ricky Smiley. That's the type of stuff I'm on. But as far as like Tasha K and Armand and people like that, or even Sean Davey for that matter, they're on the Wendy Williams type of thing for me, in my opinion. I could see them in their realm. But I just don't know. I don't see nothing wrong with Sherri Sheppard getting the deal. She's doing a great, a fantastic job as a host. She's been a TV host before. She was on the legendary The View. Let her have that chance. I say let her have it. Honestly, let her have that chance. To be honest, like real shit, let her have it, because I see nothing wrong with that. Let her have it, because she's doing a good job anyway. So let her have it. You know, because it's like Wendy can't do it. She can't. And the quicker we realize that, the better. And the quicker Wendy realizes that, the better. Like, she's had her time. She's older now. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, we will always love Wendy, but she got to go. And that's just what it is. I hate to say it like that, but that's just what it is. She just got to get on up out of here and recover the way she's supposed to, because her working like this is not going to help. So it is what it is. So I say go ahead and let Sherri Sheppard do what it do and move on, okay? But with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can be notified when a video comes out. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, they both are down below. I do follow people back on IG, so if you want me to follow you back, be sure to hit me up on IG in the DMs with the hashtag Mrs. Team Scotty, and I would definitely follow you back. And if you want me to talk about certain topics for Yes for the Mess, be sure to send them to my DMs. People do it all the time. Sometimes 12 people send me the same shit, but it don't matter. I love you. It is what it is. With that being said, you guys, your boy is out of here. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys later.